Hey everyone, Chris Gogolin here, doing a quick game cast using the Coldknife Rogue deck that's about to go out of rotation. It's not a tier 1 deck, certainly one of the top 10 I would say right now. I think it's, some websites it's as high as 5 or 6. Definitely a fun deck to play. Can be a little frustrating sometimes to play with and to play against. Warlock. Okay, we're going to keep the Blade Flurry. Not quite sure which version of Warlock this is. Could be a Cube Lock or a Zoo Lock. Um, we're down here at rank 8, starting off the month of April. After the, getting slid back four spots. So the whole premise behind the deck, for those of you who haven't come across it yet, is to get the Kingsbane into hand, which its death rattle goes back into your deck, keeps any enhancements, so you pump the weapon attack continuously throughout the game, making it higher attack power, and then you use it to beat up your opponent. Um, Use things like the Naga Corsair, the Deadly Poison, the Lifesteal, and then between things like Vanish, Sap, and the Coldlight Oracle, you fill their hand up and then make them start top decking some key cards and burning cards off their deck that would otherwise be pretty important. Hopefully you get some key cards. That's what can make it frustrating to play against for most opponents, is if you get a key card burned off the top of your deck by this deck, and they shadow step and take the guy back into hand and just keep kind of looping it around. I think I'm actually going to save that for whatever minion he gets into play. I think we're just going to do this. We're going to get 2 big minions in play. Let's see which guy he gets. Does he get the Void Doom Guard or the Void Lord? He got the Doom Guard. Well, it's okay. I can Doomerang him. Doomerang puts the weapon back in your hand, so you can just play it again, and then I can pump it, and then I can go hit him, beat him up there. If you have lifesteal on your weapon and you Doomerang, it does the damage, which also includes the lifesteal. So that's pretty cool. I just need a better card. That'll work. In the meantime, we'll just keep smashing him in the face. So as I said, he's got a pretty big hand right now. He's got 9 cards in his hand. If I had any type of combination with the Oracle, I could really be filling his hand up right now. Yeah, see, he got a Void Lord. And he's got 8 cards sitting in his hand. So we are going to... I'm almost tempted to Doomerang again here before I sap him, just so I can refresh my weapon. Sap him back to hand, replay the weapon, take him down to 10. So over the next 2 turns, I should kill him. He can't play the Void Lord again this turn. So I should be able to push him down to 5 damage here. And we'll see if he's got any way to heal himself. He probably does. He should have by now have, Dark Pact or something. He does not. So and all we have to do here is just vanish, put all these guys back in his hand. And get the win. So that's the whole premise behind the deck, and that one worked out pretty well. Wasn't a great game played by my opponent. I don't know if he just didn't have options or just didn't necessarily expect the vanish. He might have thought about just I might have a sap or something like that, or the Vilefine guy to just destroy a minion, and figured he'd be safe behind all those taunts. But it's also highly possible that he just didn't have a dark pact to get some life back. Rogue versus rogue. Well, this could certainly be interesting. Alright, so we don't need our hero power just yet. We'll keep some of this other stuff to try and combo with. There are some games where you get hands that are just, it's all pieces of the combo and not the better part of it. People are still doing that. It's April. Yep, it's going to be a race to see who gets their stuff first. I mean, he's got his weapon, of course. He may not have any pump cards to go with it. I, on the other hand, have a whole pile of nothing. So while the first game went pretty well for me, this game may not go nearly as well. He didn't play it. I guess just didn't want to waste an attack on it. And I still have a whole lot of nothing. You know, you've got 2 Elven Minstrels. You've got a copy of the weapon. You've got 2 copies of the guy who pulls it. And you've got 2 oracles to really help facilitate drawing cards through your deck, but some games it's just all clumped up together down there in the middle. So we'll have to try and use things like this to stall, sap, vanish, Spine Slayer here. I may have to waste a pump or 2 just to get guys into play. Problem I don't want to run into now is obviously if I keep my hand too full and he plays his oracles, he's going to burn some of my cards. So I'm not really going to have much of a choice here. I just need to get cards out of my hand. Unfortunately, my hand was getting pretty full there. Not the ideal situation, but sometimes you're just forced into making choices you really wouldn't ordinarily make or definitely don't want to make, but it's certainly better than watching my Kingsbane get burned off the top. Yeah. This is just god-awful. So I've played this deck about 25 or 30 games. Not an expert with it by any means, but like I said, it's a fun deck. Some of the cards are obviously going to rotate out in about a week with the new expansion. The Oracles rotate into the Hall of Fame, so that should certainly stop a lot of the mill decks that people have really been getting away with. Um, but it'll be interesting to see just if there are any new cards that help boost weapon stats and things like that. That would help this type of deck. Um, Obviously, there are ways you can find to get more different cards into your hand. So you're not being able to draw as regularly isn't. It'll slow the deck down, of course, but it won't make it completely unplayable. We're in deep trouble now. As much as I don't want him getting more boosts to his weapon, I'm almost forced to play the Vanish here. Because, I mean, otherwise I'm looking at 15, plus at least if you assume one other pump, it's like 17 damage. Oh, I know, that helps you. If you could see my hand, you'd be just crying for me, so. That's a card I don't own, Captain Greenskin. I'd have to craft him sometime. But we'll finish up this game here and then wrap up the video. Again, I just want to make a quick video just showing about how this deck works before it rotates out. Just something for the old historical archives. Of course, the deck will continue to exist in Wild, and there are a number of other cards that can assist it along the way from the Wild sets. Let's see if that pops that. Hey, look, it does. Now we can get some minions. Hey, there's my shiny finder guy. Give me my goddamn weapon. Alright, so he can do 11. If we plays one more guy, 12, 14-ish. I think would be the worst case scenario, so I don't think he can finish me this turn. And then I can certainly live a little bit longer between the attack and the lifesteal. I may just have to go Shadow, though. Give myself stealth to roll another turn to do a double deadly poison. Yeah, so we don't really have any options here. So we're going to attack there, stealth. So that'll get me so now I'm at 8. He's at 10. I can give myself lifesteal, double pump my weapon up to 5, so when I attack I get 5 more health back. So that puts me to 13, which he can still beat because he's got 17. I guess it's going to depend what card I draw. that certainly changes things. That changes things a lot. Because now I can lifesteal, double deadly poison my weapon to a 5. Attack, Doomerang and kill him, re-equip the weapon, Doomerang and kill the other guy, re-equip the weapon, and then I'll run my health all the way back up. So that would certainly be an option. Vanish is an option too, now that I just picked that up. Oh, I can't double deadly poison. So we're going to do that and give us lifesteal. Yeah, I'm going to not really have a choice here. Well, I boosted his weapon for him, which unfortunately lets him do more damage, but I've been really painted into a corner this game. These are usually the fun games, though, because when you find a way to pull it out, you're just like, oh my god, I don't know how I did that. I thought I was losing this game the whole way, and then, you snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. Alright, so he's going to buy himself some time, which I am A-okay with. But that's going to fill up his hand pretty good again. If I can draw one of my 9 cards left in my deck. I haven't found either Oracle. I think he's just wasting cards at this point to get stuff out of his hand. Oh. Alright. Wow. That is terrible. 6 cards left in my deck. Why not? Nine, 10, 11, 12, 13. If he had a deadly poison and he doubled up on it. And then a minion who boosts 14. We've certainly had our backs against the wall most of this game, but Blade Fury. gonna vanish. That's okay. So his weapon's at 10. Unbelievable. Mad dash to the finish line. I don't think it's enough, though. No, it's not. He just attacks me. He takes me down to 2, and then fatigue kills me. Unless he does something stupid to himself. Yeah, nah, he wins. So, no need to finish that one out. Almost had him, came up just a little short. So sometimes that's how this deck just rolls. But thanks for watching. Hope you got a decent idea at least how the deck is supposed to work and some of the troubles it can struggle with. And if you continue playing it in Wild in the next week, you at least have a framework of what to go on. Thanks for watching.